Hello, women of the channel. I'm Jackie Rives, your community leader, and welcome to another Woman of the Week. This week, I'm really excited to get to know Bonnie Simmons, Vice President of North American Channel Sales with TrendAI. Hi, Bonnie. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Hi, Jackie. It's great to join you today. Look forward to our conversation.
Yeah, me too. So let's start off with those icebreaker questions because they're always fun. Where do you live and where did you grow up, if that's different?
Well, I live currently in Dallas, Texas. I've been here for over 20 years, but I grew up, my native state is New Mexico. So I'm a fifth generation New Mexican. My family came across in covered wagons and settled in northern New Mexico. And my kids are actually sixth generation New Mexicans. So it's kind of unique because we grew up in a very culturally diverse region. Family spoke Spanish, all of that. I think it's always fun to talk about when people ask
Yeah.
me.
Yeah, thank you for sharing that. I love that. I love your second icebreaker because it's different than our norm. So, what's bringing you joy outside of work right now?
Well, it's kind of intertwined. I've been really studying a lot about servant leadership, and I have been a big believer of servant leadership for a while. And I see that, like, the psychology of it all really does impact your own personal growth as well. So I'm all about self growth and like help books, all of that.
Mhm.
But the more I dive into it, I see how it intertwines so connectively with how you lead other people in your organization or just help other people along the way. So that servant leadership is really kind of giving me more to think about. And I'm incorporating into my daily habits of how I approach life as well.
Oh, yeah, I love it when it crosses into our personal and professional
Yeah.
life. So, yeah, that's awesome. All right, well, let's hit some I don't want to say tougher ones, but the next one, what's a risk you took that significantly impacted your career and what did you learn from it?
Well, oh, wow. This one's really close to me because I took a giant leap to get into tech.
Mm.
I wasn't in tech. And I started this journey over 15 years ago to get into technology. And a lot of my peers have been in technology for 20, 30 years. So I came in and I joined the tech industry through a different route. But when I saw the opportunity to get into tech and tech sales, I was like, this is an exponentially big opportunity. And when I talk to other females that come into the technology industry, whether resell, manufacture, distribution, I really sit down and talk to them. I'm like, this is a game changing opportunity for you for financial benefit, but just the trajectory of your career. Once I made that leap into technology sales and marketing and all the business development activities that go along with technology, my career took off. So I'm extremely grateful for those people who gave me the opportunity, but I think it was a giant leap of faith because I'd never done it before and it's paid off exponentially.
Oh, I love that. And it just reiterates that, career trajectories are not always like, we took this in college and this is what we're going to do
Nope.
for the rest of our lives. So I love that you're sharing that because it just reiterates that you can make these pivots and
You
it can
can,
be
and it
great.
was such a game-changing pivot for me. A lot of people that knew me before I went into tech, they were like, "Wow, I can't believe the path your career has taken." And I was like, "But all of the experience before I got into technology, I
Mhm.
applied into my current positions and still do." It's just a matter of, like, I saw the potential there for me career-wise and how there was so much opportunity for me there, and I just jumped off the edge of the balcony and took off flying. So it was really a lot of fun.
Yeah, I love you said something else too that I want to make sure our listeners heard, and that's that you had transferable skills. So it wasn't like
Right.
you were starting your career all over again. Because look, 15 years later, you have a very big title as vice president. So
Yeah, yeah. So, I mean, I tell you, everything that you experience in life is used in your if you allow it to
mm,
be used in your current situation, and I always feel like we go through those for a purpose, and the learning purpose is mostly what we're getting out of it that we can carry forward, so I think it's fun.
yeah, no, I totally agree. All right, how have you navigated perhaps gender related roadblocks or systemic challenges in leadership?
That's a tough one.
Hmm.
I think the systemic unconscious bias is definitely there. I don't ever want to say, "Oh, I've never had that." I'm like, "Yes, I've had it a lot." As has, I think, a lot of people, females especially, and going into leadership, it becomes even more challenging But I find that, men generally, you can sit down and identify with them or others in your organization and really put a human face on the
Mm,
challenges and what you're experiencing and just communicating with people and getting to know them on a one on one basis. Now, that doesn't mean that it solves for everything, but when people actually can see you as a person versus as a female, it makes a big difference. There's always going to be roadblocks. I can honestly tell you all, no one's going to just pull out the seat at the table and let you sit down. You're going to have to walk up, pull it out, sit down and say, look, I have something of value and worth to say and provide here, and stand your ground. Like, you can't be deterred by the negativity, or if somebody's not including you, you have to find a way around it. And you have to communicate as well and make yourself personable to everybody around you so that not only do they see your skills, they identify with who you are.
that's great advice. And I like that it puts some of the ownership on us to make that change instead
Right.
of, giving up or waiting for that opportunity to come to us.
Yeah. And look, I'd love to say that the world is an equal place, but it's not. You have to find a way to navigate around the challenges that you face, but do it in a professional manner, do it in an effective manner. And mostly you're going to have to be prepared to work twice as hard all the time. And that's just, that's why I love hiring women, and, because I know that they're going to put in the time and effort to do the job, and it's not just going to come to a grinding halt because, well, this is what I used to do. Women are creative. They think outside of the box. I'm a woman, so I know, but it's also it's you're going to face challenges. Just understand that it's a part of the journey. It's not an indication of you not having the ability you need to do the job. So, and when you depersonalize that and you
Mhm.
realize, okay, well, I'm just going to have to get away from this in a way that's positive, then you can overcome those situations and not let that stop you.
I could not agree with you more. This is extraordinary advice.
Thanks.
Yes. All right. Here's one of my favorites. How do you protect your energy and create sustainability in your work and life?
I, you know, I think that's challenging for everybody, and
Definitely.
especially in what we do. Everybody is faced with so much that they have to do at once, no matter what job or title they hold. And women, especially, we're the multitaskers of the world. We're the CEOs of our families most of the time. So I'm very intentional about checking out. Okay. I
Mhm.
get off my phone. I go for long walks. I'm very intentional about creating space for myself from problems and issues that I can just work on me. So everything from eating right, practicing wellness by going to therapy. I mean, let's just face it,
Yeah.
it helps to go and talk to people. And then practicing wellness by making sure that my health is a priority. And that means I meditate, I pray, I work out, like, again, eat right. And I just try to take care of myself because that's what I deserve. And I take intentional time away from work and other people. I'm kind of a hermit at times. When I go home from work, I just kind of get with my dogs and, I veg out, but I need that mental break to protect my mental well-being.
Yes. I couldn't agree with you more. 100%. Sometimes you just need that moment. And
It's
that's
a
half the
peace.
reason why I get up early in the morning to work out, just to start my day off with something for me that's not for anyone else. So
Yeah.
I love that you shared that. The time always goes by so fast, but I want to ask you one more thing before
Okay.
we wrap up. So, what is one piece of advice you would give your younger self, or perhaps a woman listening today who's stepping into her next chapter?
That fear is not real.
Ooh,
Okay. Don't let your fear stop you from realizing your full potential. Okay. And so many times we are, as females, individuals that are just coming into new situations. We're afraid that maybe we can't cut it. No, you can. You can. You have to believe in yourself that you can overcome whatever challenges are you're facing with, and that it's not the end of the world if you do fail. And failure is a part of learning. It's not the end of the journey. So don't let fear stop you. Fear isn't real. Let yourself be the awesome person that you are and just go for it. And it's hard. I still coach myself on that every day.
I love it. No, absolutely. That was the perfect question to wrap up this amazing interview. Thank you so much, Bonnie, for allowing us to celebrate you as our Woman of the Week and for sharing your career and some personal insights that I know are going to resonate with our community. So thank you.
Thank you, Jackie. This was fun. I appreciate your time today.
Yes, absolutely. All right. Please definitely drop your comments. Do congratulate Bonnie, and continue to share and invest in one another, because that's how we grow together as a community. Until next time, have an amazing week.